In this guide, I'm going to show you how you can make your desktop look clean and professional in just a few steps. We're going to customize your wallpaper, we're going to add a custom cursor, we're going to tweak the taskbar, and we're even going to finish with Rainmeter widgets to give your desktop a polished look. As you can see, my desktop is an absolute mess right now, so we're going to clean this up a lot and it's going to look great. But before we do dive into this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on. It really does help with the channel and lets us know that you want more content like this. We'd greatly appreciate it. Now let's go ahead and dive into this. The first thing that we're going to focus on is actually setting up a custom wallpaper. The first website you're going to want to visit in order to do this is roxdanister.github.io/lively. I'm going to try and link all these websites down in the pinned comments, so look for those. And what you're going to want to do is hit the download button on the screen to download the Lively wallpaper. You can get this from the Microsoft Store or just use the installer. In my case, I'm just going to use the installer right here, but it's whatever you prefer. Once it downloads, it's going to pop up in this section up here. Simply go ahead and select the installer, and it's going to begin running the setup. Select this section that says install for me only if it does pop up, hit OK, and then go through the process by hitting OK and accepting the agreement. And then finally, I do recommend creating a desktop shortcut for this, just because it might help you out in the future. Once Lively does finish installing, go ahead and hit finish and make sure that you tick this box to launch the Lively wallpaper, and it's going to go ahead and open up the app for you automatically. When it opens up, it should look something like this. What you're going to want to do is choose the rain option here. If the rain option isn't one of the first options within this library though, simply go ahead and search it. But once you do select rain, you'll notice that that's automatically going to go on to your wallpaper, and it looks pretty dang good. Now, if you want, you can actually customize this by clicking the three dots right here, and then you're going to see an option that does say customize. Go ahead and select that, and from here you can go ahead and change a bunch of different options like brightness, intensity, and speed. On top of that, if you want to use your own image, select this little image section right here. This specific option is going to allow you to add your own image, and in this case we're going to go ahead and do that. The specific image that we're going to use is an updated mountain pic specifically from unsplash.com. Once again, this is going to be linked in the pinned comment, or you can just navigate to this website right here. Go ahead and select this download free option here, and you'll see it pop up in your downloads. You can now close out of this tab and navigate once again to this background section. Select the little file thing and then go into your downloads, find that download and open it up. And as you can see, it's going to change the background automatically. And if we hit OK, look at how awesome that looks. It looks so cool. Now your desktop background is sleek and personalized. But let's go ahead and replace the default Windows 11 cursor now. Once again, open up a browser of your choice, and this time we're going to devinart.com/jeopardycreation/art/windows-11-cursors-concept-v2 and then dash all these numbers right here. Once again, these will be linked in the description or in the pinned comment. In order to download anything off of this website, you do have to create an account. I'm going to go ahead and join it real quick. And once you do get logged in, find this little free download option right here and select it. It's going to download as a zip file. I recommend just temporarily dragging this onto your desktop, and from here, just unzipping it by double clicking it, by right clicking it and then hitting extract all. Hit extract again. And as you can see, here is going to be your extracted folder. What you're going to want to do is actually open up the dark or light version and run the installer. In my case, we're going to open up the light one right here, but it's completely up to you what you would like. To do this, open up the folder, find the install button and right click it just like so. And then you'll find an install option. Go ahead and select that, hit open, and then it's going to take you to a page that looks something like this. Hit OK on it, and as you can see, we now have a custom cursor and it looks pretty cool. Looking pretty good so far. Let's move on to the next step. Now let's go ahead and add the Rainmeter widgets. The first thing that you're going to want to do is just make sure that you do have Rainmeter installed. Once again, this is going to be linked down in the description, or you could just open up a web browser of your choice and go to rainmeter.net. What you're going to want to go ahead and do is select the download option right here. It's going to immediately start downloading an exe file. Select that again and then hit OK and go through the setup process. And once it does finish, go ahead and make sure you have this tick that says run Rainmeter and open it up. Now, when you open it up, it's going to look something like this. What you're going to want to do is ignore this temporarily and open up another web browser for the Mi Power Rainmeter skin. Simply go ahead and scroll down on this page just a little bit. You'll see a download button here. select it, and then hit this X arrow, and it's going to start downloading automatically. Go ahead and select the download and then hit install, just like so, and it's going to begin loading, and there we go. What this does is give you quick shortcuts for sleep, shutdown, and restart. It's pretty convenient. As you can see, it's going to start showing you stuff on the screen. You can ignore this stuff temporarily. Open up yet again another web browser, and this time go to visualskins.com/skin/mod and scroll all the way down on this page, and you'll see another download option. Select that, and then once again do the exact same process. Select this and then hit install. But don't worry, we're not done yet. We're almost done though. This time we're going to GitHub and we're going to download the Monterey Rain Meter. Scroll down to this Get Started section and find this Get Our Latest Release. Select that just like so. Select this option up at the top and it's going to download that skin. Select this again and hit install. So as you can see, we are adding a bunch of stuff right now. While there's stuff popping up, you're just going to want to ignore it again. We're going to touch on all this real soon. So now on screen, you're going to have a bunch of different options once you minimize out of this. First of all, it's going to look pretty cool overall already, but we still have a lot of cleaning up to do. Starting with the widgets from the Monterey skin, what you're going to want to do is first navigate into the appearance section right here and go on to the dark theme just like so. You could either choose dark or blur. These, in my opinion, are the two best ones. It's completely up to you what you do decide to do, but I would choose between one of those two. From here, scroll up to the widget section itself, and what you're going to want to do is load the clock, your notes, and then of course you're also going to want to do your reminders and your calendar widgets. Now keep in mind, you don't need all of these widgets on if you don't want. This is just stuff to keep you on track, and it's something that you could put on the side if you would like. You don't need to do this, it is completely up to you. If you do want though, you can right click on all of them and make them smaller. And as you can see, they're like little app icons, kind of like an iOS device is what this reminds me of. But once again, you don't have to keep these on. Now navigating onto the Mond settings. What I personally recommend doing is actually just keeping the clock and the date on here. You don't have to keep the Mond player if you don't want. It's not necessarily super useful. It does look cool, but it's not great. But to actually remove all of them, you don't want to do something like this. This is just some extra stuff that you can use to customize specific settings. You actually just want to right click on the date, for example, right here and navigate into your settings. Or if you want, you can go specifically into Mond and you can go into the clock just like so, which once again, I recommend keeping the clock as well as the date. But for something like the player, you just want to go ahead and turn something like that off. Now it looks a lot more clean and a lot more minimal, and honestly, a lot better. Now from here, what I recommend doing to make it look even better is actually just right clicking on your desktop, and you're going to see an option for display settings, and you're going to see an option for view. Go ahead and select that, and what you can do is actually tick off this button to show desktop items, and as you can see, now you're going to have an extremely clean desktop. You'll have the date, you'll have notes, you'll have reminders, you'll have a clock, and best of all, you're going to have the most professional desktop that you've probably ever had. If you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask us down in the comment section below. I'm going to try and link every single specific download that we used down there as well, so you could check that out and download all the specific stuff. There's a lot of customization that can be done on this as well, so keep that in mind. But before you do leave this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel with all notifications on. It really does help out the channel and lets us know that you want more content like this. We'd greatly appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day though. Peace.